Hey everybody, this is Luke from Boots Gunsmithing. Today we got a Parker Hill and I've got to restore it, so we're going to show you how to take it apart. First things first, magazine out, rifle's empty, Okay, so we don't want to break anything. I want to preserve this scope as best as I can, so I'm going to put it in a box immediately. It's just a Weaver scope, but it's still not my scope. So. Alright, now that that's done, we can take the bolt out. And I'm going to need to take this bolt apart and look at it anyways. So here's how you take apart a Mauser bolt. Your extractor, sorry. You push that in and then up, right out. The extractor is going to be held in place by the dovetails here and here. You put it together in reverse order. And you just gotta bend it into place by pushing down on this portion and sliding it down. That's a little tight because she's a little rusty. That's why we got her. Okay, so now it's back in place. Now it's up. Try and keep track of all your parts. I like these magnetic trays, they're pretty good. Next we've got to take the firing pin assembly out. So we're going to be lifting this up and then holding it in place with a penny. I like using the penny because they're soft metal. I've used this before. It doesn't damage the part and it holds it sufficiently. So now that it's being held in place, I can lift that tab up and we can start rotating it off. Watch your fingers. If that penny slips out of there, you're gonna get pinched pretty good. It comes out just like that. That's as far as I'm gonna disassemble that. And you have the rest of the bolt. And this is gonna be good enough for me to clean it. Right there, so that's good. Now that the bolt's disassembled, I'm going to be taking off the trigger guard. That is a flat tip screwdriver, and then you have to remove the magazine latch as well. There's a spring in here, so just beware, because you could lose them. And if you've never taken a gun apart before, I suggest you use a towel underneath your workspace and don't work above the ground. There's a lot of room for that spring to bounce and get lost forever. Okay, now that we've got that off, we've exposed another flat tip screw. And that's why you gotta take that magazine latch off. Okay, so now that our trigger guard's off, we're gonna have to remove the washer that was holding the trigger guard in place. That's just a spacer. Now we gotta remove the barrel and receiver from the stock. That's just this last flat tip screwdriver here. It's gonna be a little bit tighter than the one attached to your trigger guard. So if you're me, you have to switch flat tip screwdrivers because this one I filed down to get into particular spots. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to disassemble this. I may take these rails off, but I won't mess with the sights at all unless I have to. If it gets in the way, it gets in the way. I have to take it off, but that's about as far as you're going to want to take it apart. You can clean everything sufficiently from here and make sure that everything works. If that trigger mech isn't working, you're going to have to order a new one because building the parts for that is going to be a little bit more difficult than you're going to get. People could build it cheaper than you can. I don't really like this butt stock. It's ugly. I'm going to have to build a new one anyways. There's nothing usable here for me. So I'm going to take that off and we're going to throw that out and we'll make a new one. But that is how you disassemble a Parker Hale 308 Safari. I hope that this video was helpful and thank you very much for watching.